Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So yes, it's in the title. And I stand by it 10 toes down. And I mean on both of them. Daniel is a scumbag like father, like son. I know that in Kyrie's live stream, and I know in Kyrie's live stream he was there supporting Danny. Um, and that's my guy and everything like that. I respect him, but I'm going to agree to disagree. Danny's a coward, and he's also a scumbag. Okay, Phyllis kissed him. He could have chose to walk away. He did, and that's on him. Same thing that Dan. Same thing that Daniel. They're both a bunch of scumbags, if you ask me. So we're gonna sit there and do a roll call. We're gonna be talking about all the soap operas: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. So let's do a quick roll call and get this thing started. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Gemini's in the chat. Dolly's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron, yes, you are. Exactly. Exactly. Like father, like son. Like I said, Harry's my guy, but Danny's also a scumbag. Okay? Danny is a scumbag. And a coward too. Monique is in the chat. Monique says, I like what Spencer said to Dante about the complex relationship they have with their fathers. Yes, that's very true. Dolly says, "What's your take on the GH writer shakeup?" I don't know much about them, so hopefully they can bring us some good stories. I'll sit there and say that. Hopefully they can bring up some good stories. I've never seen that work, so I can't really comment too much. But hey, listen, new blood, a fresh perspective. I'm here for it. Yeah, Ron, he did kind of come. He did coming out of nowhere. Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight? But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Diane Sheila's daughter is coming to B&B. But really? What? What? Oh wow. Okay. Hey Ron, Sheila's daughter is coming to the show. You still want her to have a baby? LaShanta's in the chat. But yeah, Danny's a scumbag. Danny is a straight. Danny was a scumbag too. And let's just be very clear about this. Billy says one of the new writers is supposed to be really good. He wrote for GH in the '90s. Oh well, then he already got my seal of approval. The '90s. The '90s was a good era, Dolly. Ron says can't believe that Chad let Stefan get into his head. Everett was pissed. I understand where he's coming from. Monique says Diane, she is Miss, and she showed his daughter. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. The man of the hour. Kyrie says, I had to break my reading when I saw the title. Daniel is a scumbag, but Danny's a really good man, so you're not going to be lying on my guy like that. Okay. First of all, that's not lies. That's just a fact. Okay. I'll say to my stream, and I would say to your stream, but yada yada yada. Don't blame him for his son's sins. They're both scumbags. What are you talking about? Lashanta says, I like Daniel and Heather. That's love. Oh, okay. That's what we're going with. Debbie says, who are we going to ship with Sheila's daughter, Liam or Thomas or Deacon? Double C's in the chat. Ron says, yes, Abby. I said that on another podcast about. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. Dolly says, I wonder if they would acknowledge that Deanna would be Ridge's half sister. I heard double C, I heard. Thomas is her nephew, so he's out. Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, Danny's also a scumbag. Black Mars in the chat was good. But yeah, you keep snitching. Chris says, does Danny have blank? Oh, okay. She put his lips on over him and took advantage of a good man. First of all, I think that's kind of a trolling comment. Second of all, it doesn't matter if he actually went all the way or not. He kissed her back more than once. More than once. He could have chose to leave. We're not making it. Not doing that. We're not doing excuses. I'm sorry, we're not doing that. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. We're not making excuses. I'm glad you're doing good. Nicole's in the chat was good. How you doing tonight? Oh, my birthday's now. I'm 30. Okay, happy birthday, Nicole. Knowing B&B, they're gonna go there. But yeah, she kissed him, but he kissed her back more than once, twice. I'm sorry, but at some point, accountability has to actually happen. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Danny was a victim of Phyllis' aggressive justice for Danny. Okay, Dolly, I can see you joining in on the trolling. That's cool. Yeah, Lashanta, I love Chance talking about his business stories that we never get to see. Perry says Phyllis needs to be sued for SH. Her probation needs to be revoked. She belongs back in jail. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I get that you want to sit there and blame all the problems on Phyllis, and that's cool. Um, so more power to you. But yeah, um, I like to have a little accountability in my. I can't even think of a good like sentence. I like to have some accountability. Good man, my ass. And then after he finished kissing her, after he finished kissing her, what's good, Tracy Steves? He goes upstairs and starts trying to kiss on Christine like nothing happened. Like you didn't put your dirty ass lips on. Darby says it would be something if Danny was a public player. That way, Christine would have a choice of dating him, but he played wolf in sheep's clothing with a coward. Well, yes, he's also a coward for the fact that he didn't walk away. He went 5 feet to the bar as though she was just going to sit there and stop. Yeah, she was, Ron, but she told Ava, she was like, "Yo, listen, I don't need your permission to do anything." Harry says, "I'm going to protect Danny with everything I can until he gives me a reason. If you want me to be wrong with Danny, then Danny will have to stay with Phyllis." Oh, so he has to go all the way. The kissing, that doesn't entitle him to be a scumbag, but him sleeping with her, wow, then that's totally different. Okay. Joey says Danny was traumatized and trying to get the taste out of. Yeah, okay. uh, Playing follow the leader today, huh, Dolly? Oh, Tracy, happy Taco Tuesday. Every time you say Taco Tuesday, I think of another day for Tuesday. Which honestly, tell you the truth, I haven't really had much of a chance to even look at. Like, I've actually been so busy that I haven't actually had any time to sit there and research. Curry says just if you see for her, I'll go off on him like no other, almost Betty level. I promise you that. Well, Kyrie, so I give you a lot of props because you are one, still trolling, or two. Um, well, we just have a vast difference of opinion. Um, what's good, Big Nate? Like a topsy turvy sort of thing going on. Glad she saw that she started. But yeah, just clearly a difference of opinion. You damn right, you know, Tracy. uh, I actually haven't even had time to do that. Such a shame. See, and this is the reason why I'm saying he's trolling. When he starts saying Tracy Abbott was looking gorgeous, bro, come on, bro, come on, come on. Lashanta says, Abbott, did you catch Chris lie like Danny idea for that trip? Did you catch Christina's lie like Danny's idea for that trip? I don't get that. Gemini says, Albert, how come when a woman does do the same thing that Danny and Daniel is doing, you don't give them the same smoke? Give me an example, Gemini. Give me an example. I need an example. Gemini says Brooke, Audra, Phyllis, Abby are scumbags also. Well, give me an example. Okay, I'm not getting it. Abby cheat on. Oh, no, no, no. Here's the thing, Gemini. Here's the thing, Gemini. I gave Abby the smoke. I fully gave Abby the smoke on that. I gave her the smoke in my reviews, and I gave her the smoke in my live stream. So, what's the other example? Dolly says, in Abby's defense, he gave Hope and Steffi smoke for their wandering lips. Exactly, Dolly. Carrie says, Abby dragged my girl Elena like no tomorrow. So she. Exactly. Curry says Albert dragged my girl Elena like no tomorrow, so he definitely brings the smoke to women cheaters. Well, to be fair, Gemini, I haven't watched Born and Beautiful as long, so I can't give her smoke for something that I don't know what she did. But as far as Abby Gemini, as far as um Elena, I definitely did. Ron says, Albert, I keep telling people that Hope is going to keep backpedaling. I knew she was going to tell him she needs more time. Yeah, but she also needed to get her rocks off down. Dolly says, I'll troll you and defend you. Hey, listen, Dolly, I respect both. Okay, so yeah, then Gemini, that was a scumbag thing to do then. But my whole thing is Gemini, you can't sit there and say I don't give women the same smoke as much as men. Because the examples that you gave I haven't actually watched B&B as long. But the women I did give smoke, I did give smoke to them. So what about Audra? What about Audra? LaShanta, what about Audra? Audra didn't sit there and cheat on anyone. So no offense, I mean, come on, LaShanta, you got to do a little bit better than that. Freddie's in the chat. Um, Ron, my take on it is that bedside manner is very important. Bedside manner is very important. When you don't have when you have a doctor that doesn't have bedside manner, that does make it different. She cheated with a married man. Okay, well but here's the thing, LaShanta, she's not the one that's cheating. He's the one that cheated. So I gave him the smoke. She's not attached to anyone. Jamila says you got offended when we were giving Audra smoke. I didn't get offended when y'all were giving Audra smoke. I had issues with slut shaming. There's a difference. When you call a woman a name that is in that realm, yes. So as soon as one man leaves her hotel, Audra has another one before bed. Yeah, but Audra isn't dating anyone. Audra isn't dating anyone, Gemini. So like, I can't sit there and say she's a scumbag for cheating because she's not attached to anyone. Lawyer says, I love how Sarah's medical specialty shifted based on the story. It does matter, Lashanta, because Kyle's the one that's the scumbag. Kyle is the one that broke his marriage vows. Pick and choose. Not really picking and choosing. Freddie says I give GH a 5 today. It was okay. She ping ponged between Kyle and Tucker, but was she actually trying to be with one person as opposed to another person like Elena did? No. And Danny is single. No, Danny was there going out with so Danny was going out with Christine. Danny and Christine was going to be sitting there going to some sort of cabin for some sort of romantic getaway. Melly Mel, my heart queen. Ron says, Albert, I'm sure you were expecting Johnny when Chanel called him. What's good, Lobby? Halfway into it, I kind of realized that he wasn't going to be there. Yeah, I get that, Nate. The difference is Diane didn't pull the same crap that Phyllis did when Jeremy Stark entered the scene. Yeah, it's a little different, though. Oh, I'm glad, Mel. You usually watch the following episode. Jolie says Audra's kind of like a female Alex. She likes having fun. Or just taking a trip. Well, here's the thing. Christina reacted like they were actually going out together. Christina was acting like they were going out together, and so did Danny. Diane faked her death and had 3 women in jail. Okay. I get how people are sitting trying to bring up these receipts like you didn't give this person smoke, you didn't give that person smoke, and you should have sat there and give this person smoke. I like it. I like the energy. That's good. Christine is still married to Paul, and that's bad on her as well. Then Lashanta, that's bad on her as well. Say Gemini says because it's true. Aim. Curry says Tracy had a dead ass look really good today. That black outfit cover her up good. She looked like she lost some weight, and her hair and makeup was on point. Harris, do you plan on buying one of Danny's music songs? Hmm? Plan on buying one of Danny's music songs? Dory says, I think Alex will fall for Teresa. He will be hurt when she cheats on him with Brady. Yeah, I don't get the appeal. Ron says, but why would Paulina ask Sarah? Because she has better bedside manner. That's why. That's the thing, Ron. This is when you go into a doctor, it's very like bedside manner can really, depending if they have it or not, can really mess you up on a psychological level. Curtis says, I sure will pull that up on my YouTube music. I just don't know the name of the songs. And Darby says, me neither. Me, me neither, Albert. Mel says, I love the look on. Yeah, I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, Mel, I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of out of pocket for Ava to even bring that up. Like, you brought her over there to sit there and help you with your PR nightmare, and then you sit there and decide Oh, and I'm about to dispel that one right now. All right. If I'm missing people's comments, do not take personal offense. Gemini says Lily got both Daniel and Heather their jobs, and now Daniel got his life back together. She wants him. Okay. Now, let me sit there and kind of disprove this because I thought about this today. Heather didn't stop. Heather didn't want to sit there and stop being with Daniel. Heather only stopped being with Daniel because Daniel felt inadequate as a man because he didn't have a job. You know, he couldn't find work. He wasn't really finding any work and stuff like that. And what's good, Laura B? And Danny looked up. Okay, Kyrie's. I'm gonna get to that comment in a minute. But Heather stopped. Heather stopped. Heather didn't want to be with him, not because he didn't have a job or anything like that. Was more because he pushed her away, and he was a shitty. If you are with me through my no, that's not no. It's not tough times on financial level. It's tough times mentally. I will get to your question in a minute now. It's not just tough time financially. It's tough times mentally. When he felt like he couldn't get a job and he lost his creative mojo, it brought him into a tailspin. You can't sit there and really ask the woman that you love, the woman that's supposed to support you, to really sit there and go through that and have their child go through that. So it's not so much like, oh, I'm only going out with you now because of what you call it. How was Lily able to help him? I don't know. I'm just saying. It wasn't really so much about the money. It's like, oh, now I want to be back with you. I think it was a little bit deeper than that. Yeah, exactly, Mel. He's bringing in the money. He's not spending it like there's no. Which, by the way, Mel, this is something. Xander was not there whining about how much money um they were losing, and one of the things was money for Everett. But that money came from Chad. It didn't come from the spectator. So like I didn't understand why he was sitting there whining about it. He was like, oh, you gotta sit there and spend $1,000. I'm like, it was Chad's money. He can spend it how he wants. Exactly, Lashonda. Daniel was drinking and meant to the point that Lucy didn't want to hug him. Carrie says, nope, she didn't take her marriage vow serious. Why was she sleeping with that man if she loved him? There's no defense for that relationship record. Daniel's a scumbag. She didn't take her marriage. And what do you mean by that, Kyrie? She didn't take her marriage vows seriously. Well, Gemini, no, but Gemini is different though. He wasn't married to Lily. He didn't live with Lily day to day. He was living with Heather. So that's not. She was with another man in that country. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to search for that because I don't know if they were divorced at that time. So Dave Mouse says I love the face off with Clyde and Harrison. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. He had his Jason Morgan look. Oh, but then that's a little bit different then. Yeah, I didn't know they were married. So yeah, that's a little bit different then. Oh, yeah. I must have missed that part then, Kyrie's. Nate says I think Harris is a dirty cop. What gives you that impression, Nate? Jimena says Heather did say she was seeing someone. Hmm. All right, then Kyrie's got a point. Kyrie's got a point. Give him that. But Nate, what makes you think? Oh, okay. I'll look at the trailer. Thank you for letting me know. I was never into Avatar, but I'll look at the trailer though. He says he feels way too easy. He feels way too easy with Harris. It's like he knows he's in too deep. Okay. Okay. Why this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Ron. That was a little kind of weird. That was a little kind of weird. There we go. Gemini says when Heather and the man broke up, she came back to the US. Okay. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that part. Aubrey says if you mean Heather, she had a boyfriend in Portugal, but and before she returned. And then my emojis. Oh, I'm glad you noticed that, Laura B. Curry says Lily helped that man turn his life around. The only reason she's going to help her daughter, yet this is how he repays her shame. Well, yeah, obviously. Freddie says, I went on social media about the Oscar nominees from earlier this morning. Everyone on social media was so furious because Fantasia and Taraji was not nominated for Best Actress at the Academy. I'm like, why y'all surprised? Yeah, I Freddie, I made a comment about Taraji so and so, and yeah, but Freddie, people always gonna sit there, be mad and be pissy about something, especially when it comes to its actors not winning. What's good, Jonathan? Especially when it comes to its actors and actresses not winning. Like, honestly, tell you the truth, Freddie, I got my own issues with Taraji. Um, LaShanta says we don't know everything about Dan, but when he came back, he was in love with Heather. They were together for 10 years. No, Gemini, no. He means the last Airbender. Yeah, no, he means the last Airbender, Gemini. Exactly, Double C. Daniel was a scumbag, just like Danny. Both scumbags, like father, like son. Freddie said they say it's Taraji's fault because of what happened. Oh, you mean because the whole her speaking out and how she felt like she wasn't getting the money that she owed? Is it because of the whole, she was complaining about she didn't get the money that she felt she deserved, Freddie? Harry says Hezzy doesn't get a pass from me either. Though Lily was a good woman to her, she gave her a job. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Kyrie. Yes, on that level, yes, definitely scumbag. Krista can't stay long. Just want to say hi. It's good to see you again, Krista. Nicole said I needed a day to watch my soaps. I'm behind on them. Of course, Jonathan. I told you, Jonathan. I told you she needs to get a rock star. That's what matters. Freddie said, "Yeah, they're blaming her." To be fair, Freddie, that is actually pretty messed up. That she didn't get nominated because of what she said on another show. That is pretty messed up. I don't agree with her assessment on stuff, but yeah, what the hell no. LaShanta said, I agree they should not be working together, but the heart wants what it wants. Yeah, she's still a scumbag for that. Um, Krista said I had to share my daughter's take on Eden versus Carly. Jocelyn conversation. Okay, what's the take? Krista says, Kyrie says, Heather's not even qualified for the position she got hired for. Literally did it as a favor for Daniel, scumbag as she never even practiced this business field prior. Yes. So on that level, yes. She's a scumbag. To Lily. Yes. See, Gemini, I give equal smoke to everyone, as I deem fit, but I do. The amazing, gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Mel says, I got good news that Kate as Diane that yes. Yes, Mel, thank you for letting me know. Somebody also told me that in the chat. Oh, I do, Gemini. I do. But here's the thing, Gemini. I may not do it according to maybe your standards or how you think I'm not giving enough equal smoke to certain people, but I do give the equal smoke. You may miss it, but I do. Have a good night, Nicole. Johnson says I read an article where Tabi on the subject on how Spencer and Trina could be the new Luke and Laura. Do you see them? No, no, I don't. I feel like with Luke and Laura is like lightning in a bottle. And why should they? Let them be their own thing. Krista says fans are claiming for Eden turn to be permanent, which I think what? Oh hell to no, Krista. Krista. Hell no. Yeah, it's no, that's crazy. That's crazy, Krista. I don't, Jonathan. I'm just like, let them be their own. Curry says I respond to your comments on my stream as promised. Oh, I was there, Curry. So I was watching. I may not actually comment, but I was watching them. Jenna says GH would be good with new writers to move. Yes, I agree, Jenna. Fresh blood is definitely needed. Freddie said there was only one actress that was nominated for The Color Purple, Daniel Brooks, who played Oprah character Sophia from the. Ah. Well, Freddie, a lot of times with nominees and stuff like that, it's politics, Freddie, and that's the thing. It's not just. People can sit there and say it's racism, which yeah, but it's also politics. Yes, no, I agree with that. Well, why did they say that though? Lobby, it depends. No, Carries, I wasn't afraid of him. Um, I didn't feel it was fair that you should have to sit there and play referee. That's what it came down to. I didn't want you to have to play referee. I saw how you had to play referee in one moment when he talked about someone else in the stream. So, but Lorby, it depends. Let's stop. Let's take a minute. Favoritism than politics. Yes, Darby. Krista says, here's my daughter's take on this issue. My 16-year-old daughter said Jocelyn needs sass because she's Carly's daughter, who was married to a mob boss. Spencer, she said, Eden gives her sass. She does. But here's the thing, Krista. If they like the temporary Jocelyn better because they feel that she can act better, then that's valid criticism. But then that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. I had to sit there and talk and think about that a little bit. If it's just what they're saying, I like the other actress because of her acting ability, I have no problem with that. Curry says, oh yeah, still, I'm not used to you backing down to anyone but Nina. No, it's not a backing down. Let's be honest. Well, I could just sit there and message you later on about that. But It's more of, and honestly, tell you the truth, Kyrie, I have nothing to prove. You know me. I have nothing to prove. I don't feel like I need to prove anything. That's all. I don't feel like it needs to be a pissing contest or a macho contest with him. Queen Jess is in the chat. The one and only. Exactly, Gemini. Just like it's not necessary, you know? Yes, John. They kind of played it low key though. They feel she's soft because she's soft and not like Carly. They hate Laura's Carly. Yeah, I know. Ron, I thought that Luna saw right through it. I thought Luna knew exactly what Bill and Poppy was doing. Freddie said, "This is why I don't watch the Oscars because don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to turn the live stream into a racetrack, but I'm real. But let's be real, it's like black folks only get Oscars slave roles." I got my thoughts on that, but you know, Harry says, oh, of course, I know you're joking with me. I appreciate it. I'm just saying you're always welcome. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable to appear when I know you generally enjoy being there. I do enjoy being there, Tyrese. Yours is actually one of the very few that I will sit there and watch from start to end. I'll say that right now. Jess said that was a weird noise. Jess knows how to say the sweetest things to me. Thank you, Jess, for always putting a smile on my face with comments like that. That's the thing, Kyrie. Yours is actually one of the very few that I will sit there and watch from start to finish. You and DC, and I'm being real. And there's nothing against the other streamers. Just exactly, just always puts a smile on my face when she has, when she says something sassy like that. Lashanta says Abenina's going to do something dumb. Lashanta, Nina is going to war, and she's coming for Carly and Drew's neck. Krista says, I love Carly. I like Jennifer. Oh, wow. Krista, you like the Carly that shall not be mentioned. Chris says, what can I say? I learned from Thank you, Kyrie. Seriously, I appreciate that. Like I said, you and DC are the only ones I watch from start to finish. And thank you, Black Mon. Make sure that you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Yeah, it wasn't really that. Just, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm doing these reviews, I got to get creative as F. Um, yes, Blackmon, thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit the like button. I gotta sit there and check. Um, where we are with the likes. We have 31 people in the chat. Justin says, "What do you think of the scene on GH where Jordan?" Jonathan, it was kind of underwhelming. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like some bad guys, some criminals or whatever. That's when they said it was FBI agents. I was like, oh, okay. Well, they're not gonna really do anything to you that's too crazy. Rebel Moon 2. Ooh, no, I love the first part in April. Thank you. Yeah, it was underwhelming. Jenna says, when will the daytime nominees be announced? Really? I thought we were kind of. I thought we were kind of done with that. That's a good question, Jenna. That's the first time I'm hearing it. Krista says, okay, gotta go, but I just had to share a teenage take on the show. My kids are really connected with the young adults. Jocelyn, Trina, Spencer, and they really miss Cameron. We have a good night, Krista. It was really great to see you. Uh, Freddie says it's like the Academy Awards choose for African Americans to be nominated for they don't win for something that's positive, but instead for roles that are slavery. And as a black man, that's messed up. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Um, Curry says, like I said, our girl Nina supporters are finally coming out, making their presence known. You goddamn right, Kyrie's. Krista says they can relate to the Adam situation. Jaden, Aiden, Georgie, and Charlotte. Double C says, I really didn't feel JC. I was more focused on money run. Oh, to Netflix. Yeah. Eh. Johnson said, today's GH was slow, but hopefully episodes like this won't be norm like the last 2 years. Jonathan, from your lips to God's ears. From your lips to God's ears. Will lead a ragtag team against the forces. Okay. Well, no, I actually enjoyed the first one, so I'm definitely going to be watching the second. It was good. LaShanta says the only thing Nina's going to do is prove Will and Sonny right. Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah. Oh no, it's cool. It's cool, Freddie. I just I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. It does look better, Jonathan. I'm not gonna lie. Even by the previews, I was like, yeah, this looks a lot better. Barbie says, I'm hoping with the new writers things will improve. Yeah, I mean, like Johnson said, Lord B, it was a little kind of slow, but he says, but I'll be quiet because I know some folks might be in their feelings. It's not that. It's just, I mean, like I said, you can feel how you want to feel. I'm not the person that really does the whole race talk thing for just reasons. Um, I know other people that do it, and they can be a little kind of well preachy, to be honest. So, and it's also a very sensitive topic that I just, yeah. So for like reasons like that, Harry says Nina Nation is taking over. Ooh, I like that, Kyrie's Nina Nation. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that. That's actually pretty good. Ron says Thomas needs to get his effing head examined. I'm like, bro, get your act together. Right, there's nothing wrong with Ron. There's nothing wrong with some good loving in the afternoon. There's nothing wrong with that. Lashanta says Nina had the nerve to say, "Are we even?" Carly's not qualified to be running Crimson. Carly is not qualified to be running Crimson. She knows nothing about how to run a magazine. Wow, that's pretty good, Kyrie's. I like that. Nina Nation. I'm gonna use that. If you don't mind, Kyrie's. I'm gonna use that. It's a good one. I know it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm like genuinely impressed. I was sitting there thinking about like what the hell was I actually doing at 6:45 in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, I was at work. Yeah, Lashanta, but she had Maxi's help. And who does Carly have? What kind of help is Carly getting? No, I'll wait. Johnson says the sensation of Nina Nation. I like that. I like that. Oh, I get you, Freddie. I feel you, Freddie. No, Freddie, listen. Always speak your piece and speak your mind. I respect that, Freddie. Lashanta said Carly can get help from home. I'm just like from home. Ron says, Albert, even though Deanna is coming to LA, Sheila should still have a child and she better not use birth control. I love it, Ron. I love it. Lovey said, didn't Maxie learn on the job? Didn't Nina learn on the job with Maxie? Well, Laura B, Maxie was running the magazine for a while when when she was working for Kate Howard. So Nina learned from and Jonathan, I love that. Actually, I wrote that down. The sensation from Nina Nation. Hmm. Now, LaShanta says, you act like she can't hire someone. I mean, that's cool. If we're going to be just sitting there pulling answers out of thin air, then yeah, sure. That was good. That was good. That was good. I like that. I'm very impressed by that. Very impressed, my friend. Honestly, tell you the truth, Kyrie, we just gotta get Jess to join the dark side. Jess is going to join that dark side. Mel says, I got bad news that Daredevil Boykin has left with writers or directors, resulting in a new delay. Yeah, Mel, that it's like that thing is cursed. But you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, Mel, if it'll happen when it's good. So I feel like they just don't want to mess up that property. So I'm cool with that. Dory says Maxie had the experience, expertise, and style, but Nina had the book smarts and business. They both had a hand in Crimson's success. Exactly. But Darby, apparently Carly just gonna just hire someone. Just just start grabbing stuff. Just yeah, just start doing this. Because that's what we do now, right? Terry says we don't have that type of time. Just ride for Carly and Josh like Dex sticks attached to it. I love my queen Jess unconditionally. As you should. As you should. Oh, okay, that's weird. And Lashanta says she can and she will. Ooh, I love that. Lashanta said that with such gusto and everything. That's she can and she will. I love it, Lashanta. Lovey says, sorry, I should clarify. I know Sheila is the mother, but who's the father? Good point. Johnson says there's no escaping the arena of Nina. Gonna have oh that's good. That's good because I actually like those characters. So that's good. That's very good now. Now Ron says I heard that people want Thomas with Deanna, but that's gonna be incest because that's his aunt's rich sister. Yeah, that's I mean, yeah, that's crazy. People on the internet are crazy. So yeah, and I haven't eaten any of this. Lashanta says Moss I Mo. What the? I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure I didn't even sit there and say that right. Hmm. Johnson said Diana. Oh, Diana. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. My guy. Freddie said I'm actually not a Nina fan, but be it would just be the badass chick that she is instead of being nice and nasty, then I would respect her more. Yes. Mel says I got good news. That Daredevil Blood again is that Wilson as Bullseye. Oh, I love that character. And the last one. Oh, that's what's up now. That's what's up. That's some very good news. Every says Drew is a terrible businessman. That's why he had Michael ride with him against Ned. I can't wait until Drew and Michael go head to head for reals. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lobby. Uh, this song isn't working for me anymore. Jesus Christ. You know, Freddie, like I said, some fresh blood. Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, my guy. Ron said that's going to be effing crazy. So Steffi and Thomas has to call Diana their aunt. Yeah, that is effing crazy, Ron. Like you said before, Sheila better not use birth control. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. It was so underwhelming, Lashonda. Johnson says maybe Z can get together with Diane instead of trying to steal Luna. Oh, Zende can get together with Diane instead of trying to steal Luna away from RJ. Maybe Jonathan, but I feel like they're going to sit there and go full steam ahead on this. Curtis says I'm going to put Nina back in that wheelchair plotting. Tell Curtis to move over, get some crutches. Now that his little legs moving, good for that bastard. Curtis, you remember you used to sit there and call Curtis? Remember the nickname you used to sit there and call Curtis? Little Bill. Curtis says Zende and Diana, Diana, that's a good idea. I gotta sit there and see how this woman looks. Yep, Little Bill. That was funny. See, that's what I say. Like, you got a sense of humor, and that's what also really helps you with your live streams and hope. Ron said exactly. Sheila better not use birth control so she can give Finn and Diane a sister and name her Endora. She looks like Sheila a little bit. Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this chick. I gotta see what this chick looks like, Carries. You damn right, Ron. I love your energy on that. Telling her what not to do. Johnson says, Little Bill, a cartoon I can no longer enjoy. is in the works with Dave writing and Steven Spielberg. Hmm. And it's so weird now because like I watched the first Jurassic Park, and then I watched the new one with Chris, whatever his name is, one of the Chris's, and then that was the last time that I actually watched it. Wasn't Chris Pine? Who's the other Chris? Wasn't Chris Evans? Yeah, how's the other Chris? Freddie says the thing I don't get is after seeing Brooklyn and Chase kissing, the actress said she didn't want to be blank with Chase, but you're still kissing on him, but she's worried about what. Oh, Freddie, exactly what I said. Make that ish make sense. That girl's not there acting like she's not there doing OF content or something. I want to be respectful to my husband. But don't worry, we'll still sit there and kiss and make out from time to time. But it's just kissing. I'm just sitting on his lap. We're just holding each other intimately. Thank you, Lord B. Chris Pratt. Thank you, Lord B. Too many goddamn Chris is going on. How did I actually forget that one, though? Thank you, Lord B. Lashanta says Kay will be jealous of Poppy. Watch the Logans. Got to be the center of attention, of course, because they're the Logans. They're like among the best women around. The Logans are among the best women around. Justin, they sent a few photos of. Oh, what's good, Justin? It's kind of bad. That girl's kind of bad, Garis. Okay. God damn. Justin says love at last with Chase and BLQ. Marty says she did love him. She said that she was in love with him or something. Mel says the project, which has been flying under the radar, is for enough long with the script and as well like shape that the studio is whispering. Oh, okay. See again another trolling comment, but like I said, Kyrie, she's bad. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta sit there and find the name of that actress. She's bad. Darby says, I like to be a fly on the wall of Brooklyn right now. House when she gets home and tells her husband she was fired because she couldn't do her job because of him. uh, well, Darby, according to her, she was respecting her marriage. It just, I can't with the contradictions. Ron says, Albert, how would Sheila feel about her Aunt Diana being with Liam? I have no idea. I don't know, Ron. Freddie says clearly Brooklyn's not worried too much because she's still kissing him, even though they may not be making blank. So either her spouse is insecure or she's making it a whole big deal out of nothing. Yeah. It's funny, Freddie. I was actually going to do a video on it, but then I got caught up on it. But I was going to just sit there and just say how ass dying that it kind of is. Either way, it's just business, that's all. I agree. I agree, Freddie. Nobody says too bad for a little Zende. LaShanta says, I don't feel bad for him. He's still lying about the deceptor. Hmm. Fair point, LaShanta. Fair point. Every Brooklyn smart, Lucy told Scotty exactly that. Hmm. Um, Curtis says, "Oh, she just don't want to show her belly. I mean, she didn't have a baby not that long ago, and that plastic surgery ain't cheap. I'm not shaming, nor nor blaming her body for, nor blaming her body, her choice. Oh, of course not. No. But it's more of the fact that she doesn't want to sit there and do love scenes because they respect their marriage, and it's like I get it on some level, but I'm like, you still got to be sitting there kissing these people, and like at what point, like it's just acting. So if you're gonna sit there and do, I feel like it's just very half-ass. Now Ryan says that's exactly what an actor playing Ken got fired from Young and Restless because he didn't want to do what the writer, what was written by the writers for his character. Yeah, if you're not gonna sit there and do what we're telling you to do, then you need to find other employment, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe being something else that doesn't require you doing a love scene. But you sit there kissing and stuff like that, it's like, come on. He says, well, then Brooklyn should leave the show and give Chase and Maxie the love scenes. She will do it. They need to give Maxie a storyline at this point. They do. They need to give Maxie a storyline. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the actress. Is she still, you know, doing a battle with her mental health or whatever? But they need to give her a story if she's up for it, because otherwise, it's like she's just kind of coming in to be an extra. Um, and I always thought Maxie was a great character. She was a great character. She had some great stories, and I get life and things that want to happen to her, but it's like she's back. Just give her a damn story. Yeah, Jonathan, actually, yeah, she was. She actually was. I agree with that. Darby says if I was the director, I would tell her I don't respect your marriage enough to let you continue working here. Oh, shit. Well, Darby, I'm pretty sure you would probably want to getting fired at that point, but that will be actually pretty hilarious. Lushanta says hit Tracy below the belt and wanted Scott to go in for the kill. They no match for Tracy. Angelica Quartermain. Yeah, I still said that Lucy went too far with the whole Luke thing. And I know people listen to saying, but Tracy did some awful stuff too. Okay. I don't know if I was around for that stuff, so I can't account for that. But what Lucy said was too far. And I stand by that. All right. So we saw YNR today, right? We saw YNR. What did you think of Ashley um, getting mad at Tucker for once again gaslighting her and talking to Tracy about that? Are y'all just fed up with this as much as me? Or are y'all actually feeling sympathetic for Ashley on Young and the Restless? Debbie says I do my best, Vince McMahon, and you're fired. And you will be fired right after. Okay. Kyrie, I'm gonna sit there and put that right under the category of you calling Brady Black a four. Okay? You call Brady Black a four. Has lies and fallacies right there. Now why are you doing that to Brady for? Johnson says yes, Ashley and Tucker need things to be resolved. They do. Because honestly, tell you the truth, I'm sick and tired of her constantly saying, you're gaslighting me, you're gaslighting me. Olivia says I feel bad for Ashley. Oh. That's awesome, Laura B. You have way more of a heart than I do. I give you I give you a lot of props. I'm not even joking. I give you a lot of props. LaShanta says, well, I'm worried, but Tucker's manipulative. And what about Ashley? Carrie says, go back and take another look at her today. Oh, I still got it on my DVR. I will go back in a heartbeat when I'm done. Ron says, so Albert, so people in the chat just going to pretend that the actor playing Kane lost his job because he refused to do what the writers wanted him to do, which was a love scene with the Tracy character. I feel like there's an inappropriate joke there, and I'm not going to sit there and take the bait. I'm gonna rise above it. Harry says, I got to bump Tracy Abbott up to a temporary 6. What the Johnson says, oh, okay. No, I mean, it makes sense, Laura B. And honestly, tell you the truth, to be fair, Laura B, you're a nicer person than I am. So, yes. Johnson says Ashley clearly wants Tucker to admit to something that may or may not have happened the way she believes. Exactly. And she keeps getting in his face. And it's one of those things where it's like, you just want him to sit there. It's like if he says something, if he says what you're asking him to say, will you be happy or will you still sit there and be whiny? I think she's making this up in her head. Diane's going to be spiteful. Hmm. Yes, I remember seeing that towards the end. I remember seeing that towards the end, LaShanta. Because it was kind of just out the blue now I think about it. Exactly, Freddie. I was like, honestly, tried to Freddie, what happened to her forever dad? Remember that? Remember that was actually a thing? Her forever dad? Ron says, I gotta admit that Chanel looked great in her dress. Yeah. Yeah, Mel actually saw the previews towards that. Um, if I actually watched the first one, and maybe I watched the second one, I don't know. Gotta watch the first one. Oh, he's hella pissed. Honestly, tell you, LaShanta, no, he's disappointed. Yes, but what happened? What happened to Tiger? What happened to Tiger? What happened to Trina's love for Tiger? What happened with that? Harry says, "Oh, I gotta go to my reading. This stream is too much fun." Yes, you have a great night, Kyrie, and we will see you in your live stream. Yeah, I am too, Laura. But it takes a lot. It takes. Here's the thing. I know people don't like Nikki because of blah 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 reasons, and you're probably right. But when it comes to alcoholism, it takes a tremendous amount of courage to sit there and admit when you can't do something by yourself. And I give Nikki props for that. Oh, of course not, Lashanta. Mini Puff. Yeah, Mel, actually, I saw the previews. I saw a Slimer in there too. Yes. Yeah, Lord, and here's the thing. I know that the actor has a lot of health issues and stuff like that, but they could have got exactly. Freddie says not even a dollar store tagger recast, not even there. So this is more than just about the actor. This is just them simply saying F the character. They wanted that job. Yeah, listen, I mean, I get that. He was just kind of tired of the politics. Ron says, Albert, do you think that that Deacon and Sheila has started sneaking around again, or to hell with what others think and say? Um, I don't know, Ron. At this point, Hope and Deacon's relationship are on shaky grounds. So, it's a good question. I think he should go for it. Hope is dating and shacking up with an ex sociopath. Darby says, but Diane is actually good at doing that job, despite Kyle being mad he's not getting that job. Oh, Ashley says so. Oh, okay. So when Ashley said, because you know how reliable Ashley is, right? Yeah, but and that's the thing, Darby. When she talks about her forever dad, when she talks about her forever dad, it's like you know that's why. See, that's my whole thing. That's why when I get on trainer and people get super defensive and like overly sensitive, it's like, but your character really sat there and said that, oh well, nothing's gonna change. It's all gonna be good in the hood. You don't even talk about this man. You don't even mention him anymore. Well, I mean, Lashanta, why the hell should he sit there and be put in a lower position? You want to sit there and fire me, but keep Summer around? Like, you want to fire your own son? I'll be pissed off too. That Mickey 17, that expendable employee sent to colonize a foreign world who would have died on dangerous missions replaced with a clone. Hmm. Exactly. I was like, well, Ashley says so. Oh, well, oh, then Ashley says so. Then that means I can't even sit there and be sarcastic at this point. Johnson says a whole tagger comes back so he can call Jason Angry Boy. Yes. See, that'll be classic right there. Freddie says what Martin said to Lucy, I thought you loved me when Lucy said I did. Yes. Yes, exactly. And that's my whole thing. You care more about getting back deception than you do about working and saving your relationship. I can't with that. And speaking of that, oh, Mal, Robert Pattinson is a good actor. And Mark Ruffalo, yes. Um, Sharon, when Sharon was there talking to Nick, and Sharon was like, oh, and who needs love? I got my company, I got my daughters. It's something that just kind of bothers me when a woman sits there and does this whole I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need a man. It's like human beings are not meant to be alone. I don't understand this bravado that Sharon was they're giving off. And she broke out with Chance for like literally no reason. But I got my company. Okay. And you have that little powered battery toy. Let's see how long that actually lasts. Hmm. Mo, I gotta sit there and take a look at the trailer. And yes, I did forget that. Yes, Marquetti was Summer, and she brought Kyle on board. So I can understand it in that sense. But she didn't. Here's the thing: Jack didn't fire her. Jack didn't fire him for that. He fired him because it will be bad on Summer. He didn't want Summer to sit there and suffer anymore. So while I do get what you're saying, that's not the reason why Jack made that jackass decision. Doug says Lucy got her priorities. You can't blame her for knowing what she wants. Yeah, clearly. I agree, Freddie. No, she got her priorities screwed up, Darby. I can't sit there and can't co-sign that. That's very true, Lashanta. Eagle Fan says, I'm glad you called out Danielle and Weinar. Both are dirty people trying to justify cheating and man stealing disgusting stuff watching them today. Not good lessons to teach your teenage kid, by the way, as well. Eagle Fang, you're coming in, you're speaking the truth, and I am liking it. Yes, no, I saw the preview towards that. I can't wait to see that now. I also gotta sit there and see -1 though, too. It takes so long for you to sit there and rent something. And like even like on Amazon or whatever, it's like you gotta buy the movie. I don't want to buy the movie. No, I actually want to do that for. He wanted Billy's. He could have been at Jabot's job. Yeah, but here's the thing, Lashante. He felt that the job that he was getting was beneath him. You take him away from Marchetti, you put him at a lower position. Like that's not going to sit well with him. Lashante, imagine you working at a company and then your dad decides to sit there and say, "Oh, I don't want you working with him because he already suffered enough. But don't worry, I'll find you a place in the company. It won't be the place that you probably should be at, but we'll find you a place." Yeah, that's not going to sit well. And that big silly red hat when she was screaming when she married Alan Quartermain. Oh, wow, okay, that was a little before my time, but I'll take your word for it. Darby says romance and Lucy never get mixed. The only thing Lucy has a glimmer of success with is with deception, and that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad, Darby. It's almost like she's saying she's destined to be alone, so she might as well just work until she dies. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't really know any of them, but I'm looking forward to watching it. Lashanta said Albert Kyle had the same position he got now. Yeah. I don't exactly have a really defense for that, but I understand where he was coming from before. Ron says, "Albert, if Hope, Brooke, and Finn finds out about their engagement, how will they feel?" But Brooke will say, "I won't allow it." They won't like it. I know that much. Ron Johnson says, "What do you think of Chad's decision to leave?" Mention, um, Jonathan. Before I started watching it, he said that he was persecuted for something that he didn't do. So I think he put himself in that position that Stefan was in. Is it right? Mm, I understand where he's coming from. As far as like, journalistic integrity, yeah, that was wrong. But I understood where he was coming from. Darby says Jack made a business decision, not a personal decision. Summer had the business context that Kyle didn't at Marquette. It was his business. Well, when you put it that way. When you put it that way, Darby, then yes, you and LaShanta actually make sense. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I can see that. LaShanta says Hope needs to move out of the treehouse. Oh, I actually love that place. I love that place, LaShanta. Despite what you and Kyrie's love saying about that place, it just looks so cozy. Especially like on a rainy day and stuff like that. You just want to just I just want to sit there and just read a good graphic novel and then just go to sleep. I was gonna say a book, but oh, that just sounds horrible. That just bored the living hell out of me. Well, Law B is better what LaShanta said than what Kyrie's calls their plays. Ron says, Albert, why won't Finn be happy? He should be glad. Maybe he doesn't want Deacon as a stepfather. I don't think he cares about the fact that Deacon will be his stepfather. He's a grown ass adult. I don't think he's looking for a stepfather. But I don't know. Maybe he'll just sit there and feel like Deacon will bring out the worst in Sheila. Stepfather? Sounds like over 30 some years old. I'm pretty sure he doesn't really care about a stepfather. He's more worried that Deacon is going to bring out the worst in Sheila. And we already seen, I did answer that. We already seen what Sheila can do at her worst. Although one of those things, the pushing that man out the window, that did seem like a genuine accident. I gotta go back and rewatch it. I gotta go back and rewatch that. Oh, she's pretty bad. Wonder, oh, Eaglefang says Curtis made so many progress as a disabled man. I hope when he starts walking again that they don't revert him back to old, annoying, and unbearable Curtis. Yes, I remember reading your comment. Time will tell, huh? I feel like Tom is not going to be on our side, though. Freddie says, why can't he just put Gregory out of his misery already? I'm sick of having to sit through these scenes with him struggling slowly and now he's slurring his words. I'm tired of this dragging. Yeah, it does feel like a very slow, painful death, Freddie. And here's the thing, Freddie. Why don't they just put us out of our misery as well by just killing him off and being done? Lashanta says, I don't like Sheila Free and Mike's not. Oh, yeah, Mike the Ultimate Simp. Mike the Ultimate Simp. The Ultimate Soap Opera Simp. Which I don't think that simping is bad if it's a woman of quality. I don't think that simping is bad if it's a woman of quality. Oh no, of course not. No, I get it, Freddie. It's no, I get you. Gemini says Greg Hughes' death may be longer than Eric. Ooh, yes, I'm not gonna lie. That still pisses me off that they kept Eric alive. Ron says I still can't get over that Steffi and Thomas will have to call Diane their aunt. Well, Ron, I think that most people in the chat has not gotten over the fact that you think that a 60-year-old woman named Sheila should have a baby, but we'll just I have nothing sarcastic to say about that. I really don't. Yes, there's a lot of things that people can't get over. Hmm. But yeah, I just now Gemini says Sheila having a baby is ratings. It's actually really funny, Gemini. I joke about Ron about that all the time. But what if it actually does bring in ratings? What if people are just genuinely surprised and they're just like, "What's the F?" and actually watch it because of that? Johnson says Stephanie and Thomas probably won't call Diane their aunt because on days Sierra is actually Claire's aunt, but she doesn't address her as such. Yeah, that's very true. Pretty says it's bad enough they have that they dragged the hell out of that Willow have. Yeah, oof, very true. That's the thing, Gemini. Like, I get that, like, I'm joking and you're joking, but I'm also just like, what if it actually does happen? Like, what if they actually did write Sheila having a baby story? Freddie said that Heifer almost was knocking on death door. Yeah, and I've also felt like it was like very disrespectful to people who actually been through something like that. Gemini says a 50-year-old woman having a baby last year, true story. Oh, I believe it. Ron says, well, Albert, they're just going to have to get used to it. Sheila having a baby is good drama. You tell him, Ron. You tell him. You tell the people that. I like your gusto, Ron. Rashanta says we never found out about Flo and Shauna. Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Well, Shauna looks good because, well, we know why. But Flo also looks good because of that red dress she was in. Johnson says too many stories in GH were dragged out within the last 2 years, even before that. Yeah, that's very true. Like the Haunted Star, which by the way, I did actually enjoy the Haunted Star story when they actually got to it. Ooh, well, that's good, Mel. I mean, that's like a year away, but I mean, that's like it's a whole year, but I'm with it. I'm with it. Thank you for letting me know. Freddie says I wasn't being funny. Just to be clear, I was just sick of how long. No, no, no. I get it, Freddie. I know you weren't. I know you weren't joking. I know you weren't trying to be funny. Gemini says, "Well, we have. Well, we shall see what the new writers would do because Santa Barbara was a good show. Yeah, that's what I was sit there. That's what somebody was saying. They said that the person who was writing in the '90s, and the stories in the '90s was pretty good. Rod says, Albert, the reason I want Sheila to be pregnant is just to see how will Finn react to his mom giving birth. So, Ron, you're not there telling me that the only reason why you want Sheila to have a baby is just to see the reaction on Finn's face? That's it? You just want her to have a baby, just sit there and see her son's reaction. Yeah, I heard. I heard, LaShanta. Like I said, GH was that show. Yeah, that's what I said. Gemini, some fresh blood is much needed. You know, I got to a point where I can kind of read when I can read something and to tell if they're trying to be funny or if they're being, serious. I like to sit there and think out there. Yeah, I kind of have some idea what I'm doing, though I'm still learning. I am still learning. I mean, how there was a point where I was practically drunk every day. I don't know what the hell that was about. It was a lot of fun though. Of course, how I felt some days wasn't always that fun, but it was still fun though. Eagle fan says, I'm so over the writer Victoria attacking Adam the way she does. I understand Adam's concerned over Claire, and he's not wrong either. Victoria is even telling Victor, yes. Which I was just like, and that's my whole other thing. I was like, but you tell, when Victor wants to have Adam included into the family, Victoria's the first person that's like, no, 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 no. Adam is dead, and Adam's dead, and Adam's on the third. But when it's her blood, it's okay. Exactly. I agree with that, Eagle Fang. Johnson says, do you think as co-owner of the Metro Court, Nina has the power to... No. Jonathan, no. Because Olivia would never allow that. Jonathan, Olivia would never allow that. Lashanta, yeah, I agree. I'm so sick and tired of this sad, depressing Claire-ish. Like, I really am. Ron says, no, Albert, she deserves to have a baby, although I want to see Fran's reaction. Okay, I can I can dig it. Yeah, Laura B, I'm just like, every time Victor wants Adam to be a part of something, he wants her to be part of the company. She's like, no, because he did this, he did that. Claire was involved with trying to kill Oya, and not even after a month, you sit there talking about, Daddy, I think that you should sit there and accept Claire into the family as a Newman. What the? Eagle fan says as long as Victoria is in the picture, Adam and Nick are going to be divided. Is that Tron 3? Oh, now they actually have a new Tron movie that's coming out? I've been waiting for that one forever. Like literally forever. I didn't like the second one. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to watch the first one. That movie looked terrible. That movie hurt my eyes and it offended me somehow. LaShantis, remember Vicky told Victor Adam doesn't deserve the Newman name. Exactly, but Claire does. Claire, with the help of Jordan, tried to kill that whole family, but no, 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 no. Daddy, you gotta sit there and accept Claire because, she's my daughter. Edith says the fact that 50-year-old woman can still call her father daddy is really strange itself, and Victoria wonders why her daddy meddles into her life all the time because you let him. Freddie says at this point it's too late for Jason to be a dad. Jake is all grown up now, and Danny's getting older too. So Sam and Elizabeth been the mother and father to both those boys. All by yeah, that's very true, Freddie. Single moms definitely do not get enough respect. They don't. You gotta sit there and play dad and mom at the same time. Bobby said, granted, I'm not familiar with all the past, but from what I understand, she's not being fair to her brother. Yes, she's not. And that's the thing, Lobby. I'm not as familiar as well, but I can tell right off jump. Johnson says that's what takes me off about Victoria and the others. They always have a double standard when it comes to Adam. Yep, I agree. I'm not a fan of those double standards. When it comes towards genders, it's a little bit different. Lashanta says Victor gets on my nerves. He lets her manipulate him. They treat Adam like something on their shoes. And yeah, Nikki definitely needs help. But she has the strength enough to sit there and ask for it. Ron says, Albert, if Sheila finds out about Thomas being responsible for Emma's going off the road and not calling for help, she would torment the Forster because something could be in trouble. Yes, I can see that. I can see that, Ron. But I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, Ron, you can still sit there and push for that baby story. You say you was going to. Where's the petition at, Ron? Where's the petition at? You said you was going to have a petition ready so me, Nikisha, and Danny Bear could sit there and sign it. You weren't just fibbing to me now, were you? Lashanta said, did you hear Nick say Adam will hurt Sally? Is what he do. Yep, I did. And I know people, when it comes towards Nick and people that don't like him, he pretty much kind of created all sorts of diseases and everything like that. It's crazy. On game says I'm losing support again. It's a little kind of weird on game because you got his thing on game. You got way more subscribers than I do. Like way more subscribers than I do. Even whoever nut house they have Claire locked up at this poor security. Her aunt has ultimate access to Claire. No one is bugging those phones at the nut house and monitoring all the phone calls. But okay, I don't understand. Like, okay, maybe I gotta sit there and go to your channel and read the comments because I don't understand how you lose support. You mean you're losing subscribers or? I'm like, lady, it's like 9:50 in there. Keep doing. Well, yeah, Ryan. When am I gonna? When am I gonna get this? When am I gonna get this whole? When am I gonna get this petition, Ryan? Freddie says and Drew don't even care about his daughter, Scout being part of the shareholders to the company. All he wants is pathetic and petty revenge to get back at Nina by hiring Carly. Exactly, hiring Carly to tank the company. You know, Freddie, because she has no experience. But according to the Carly fans, she's going to hire someone. So that's basically like Smith is saying, I'm just going to pull answers out of thin air. You're going to just magically pull some answers out of thin air and all will work out. That was September, okay. It's going to be a Frankenstein or monster, but not confirmed yet. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually going to watch it. I might watch it. Maybe. Lashanta says, say my name. Well, Lashanta, it wasn't just you. That's why I said Carly fans. I didn't want to be mean though. I never said I don't like him, but he's arrogant to judgmental. Sally groans and she makes the decisions. Oh, with the whole Nick comment, I didn't sit there and say your name either. I just said the fans. So I wasn't getting Pacific. No, they can't, Freddie. And here's the sad thing is, Freddie, is that I'm actually a Carly fan. I'm actually a Carly fan, but I'm not gonna sit there and just I'm not gonna give Carly a pan. I'm not gonna give Carly a pass. You know? I don't think that people understand. Like I don't give Nina a pass. People sit there and think I'm a Nina fan now. I don't give Nina a pass. But I'm not gonna sit there and try to act like everything she does is the goddamn devil. That's the thing. Well, you know, Freddie, here's the thing. Some people have what's called blind loyalty. They have blind loyalty. They tend to overlook things that is very obvious. Carly got in this position because she committed a crime. They want to sit there and say Carly had good business instincts. It sounded like she had good business instincts when she committed a crime. You know, Nina's not perfect, and I've called Nina out a bunch of times. But come on, seriously? Ron says to Abba, who's going to help Sheila deliver her baby? Not Lee, but can't be Finn because that's his mom, and that would be awkward. Um, yeah, I think that's probably the least awkward thing in this whole scenario. But yeah, sure. I can get those two. Get behind those two. Freddie says, but they want to put all the blame on Nina. Yeah, and that's the thing, Freddie. And when I sit, here's the thing: when I sit there and I call that out, apparently I'm not a Carly fan because I'm being too real. Like you, like Carly messed up, you know. But people want to sit there and say, but she was just trying to help her son, and she was just trying to sit there and help, Drew. Okay, Michael and Drew told her not to do it, and she did it anyway, and she betted her hotel on it, and then she lost it. And yeah, Nina bought it, and people should say, well, Nina just did it to hurt Carly. It's Nina's goddamn money. She can do whatever she wants with it. She doesn't need Carly's or Sonny's or anyone else's permission. And when she bought it, she was going to give it back to Carly. But Carly wants to then do things her own way. Oh, well, I'm going to get back everything that I own. Oh, okay. You're going to get right back to the top. You're going to do it on your own 2 feet. She gets Kelly's from, but Kelly is aside. What does she do? She gets a man to sit there and give her a job. After she just sat there and said, I'm going to do this all by my own. I'm not going to sit there and rely on Sonny and no one else. Oh, Drew, you want to sit there and give me a job that I don't really deserve, that I'm not qualified for? Sure, I'll do that. But he said, yeah, Nina did it out of spite, but Carly did commit the crime. Exactly. And no one, everyone, exactly. But here's the thing though, people just want to remember the first part of that sentence. People just want to remember the first part of that sentence. I can't believe that she did that. That was so spiteful and wrong. But Carly committed a crime. Yeah, but Nina shouldn't have said anything. So we're just going to ignore the first part that Carly did commit the crime. I guess that's not really the important part in the detail because it doesn't fit your narrative. But Freddie, every time I sit there and say that, I'm the bad guy. So that's right. I'm the effing bad guy. I don't know. I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here because it's about to be 10 o'clock, and I don't want to sit there and wake up too late because I do want to get started and not wake up at like 12 or 1 o'clock. Debbie says, I bet when Carly falls miserably, she'll blame it on Nina. Oh, she will. She'll sit there and say her perfume made her almost throw up or whatever, and blame Nina. Why not? Anyway, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. I do want to thank everyone for joining. Now, this is actually a lot of fun. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Freddie says, Albert, you're not the bad guy. You just have your opinions like everyone else. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. Thank you, Laura B. You have a great night. Have a good night, Darby. Thank you for joining. Johnson said, this is good. This is a good point. Carly acts independently with her so-called pride, and she gets a job from Drew. Exactly. Ooh, exactly, Jonathan. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Melly Mel. Morn is coming. 24th. Chris Hemsworth. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but thank you for letting me know, Mel. Yes, Darby, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. It really does help. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Thank you for joining. And join us for another edition of Soul Chat with Albert Plastic. Thank you, Jonathan. You're my guy. Appreciate you always. Thank you, Freddie. Yes. Thank you for joining. It's good to see you again, Freddie. Yes. Thank you, Jonathan. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. As we've been getting more people in, and it's really been helping. It's been letting other people that watch soaps know about this channel. It actually does help. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Melly Mama Horror Queen, Freddie, Tracy Steves, Gorgeous Queen Janet, Sounds good, Mel. Thank you. I appreciate you always. You have a great night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen Mel, my heart queen. Blackmon. Um, and have a good night, Lashanta. And if I missed anyone, you know who you are, and I will see you in the next live stream.